Hello Aries, this is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we are looking at the mid-month checkup for October. Okay, so let's get straight into it, calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading, calling in the divine. What messages for my Aries rising, sun, and moon for the remainder of October do they need to know? What do they need to know for the remainder of October of 2018? All right, so let's see here. So interesting. It just started snowing. I live in Colorado. I live in the Denver metro area, and it's snowing outside right now. I'm doing this the beginning, well, not the beginning of October, October 9th. So Venus is already in retrograde, but oh, I did not expect snow today. All right, so the energy that's coming in from the beginning of October is 9 of Cups reversed. So Aries, you're feeling like you don't have enough. You're feeling like, some things are going well, but then also some things haven't gone as planned. And so it's just be careful in the steps that you take on new endeavors right now for the remainder of October. Make sure what you're doing is something you want to do, but it's also like the steps to get to where you want to go are going to be tricky right now. It's not going to be laid out a really clear plan. You're going to have to maneuver, you're going to have to shift. And this is how it's been since the beginning of October. It's like, okay, shift this way, shift to the left, shift to the right, and so that energy is kind of following you in to the remainder of October. But look at this. Look at how beautiful that happens. So then we have the 10 of Cups coming right into the remainder of October. So it's like, yeah, things haven't been working. You've had to kind of maybe even play some games that you didn't want to play. And it could be within the legal realm, but I also really see it within work, is that you wanted some things to happen and they didn't happen like you wanted to, so you had to kind of finagle, kind of move things around to make it work for you. And because of that, having that perseverance and also not giving up on what you want, it's creating a situation in your life, Aries, that's comfortable, that you feel settled in. All right, so then let me get the other cards out. This is love, career, love and relationship, career, finances, mind-body connection. And here's a little extra card too. So let's see what's happening here. All right, well, I still love that this is happening, like just a happiness. End of October is going to be good for you. Now in relationship, we have the 7 of Cups reversed. So this really speaks to me that you see things clearly when it comes to relationship. Like, I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of choices if you're single, but I feel like you're very comfortable with that. You're very comfortable with where you are with self and relationship. It's also a feeling that you're going to be letting go of relationships that no longer serve you. It's just really easy for you to filter the end of October who should be around you and who should not. And even though in the past it might have felt like you have a lot of different choices, you have a lot of different friend groups, a lot of different people coming into you, it's going to really, kind of scale down the end of October in who you trust, who you want to talk to, and who you want to bring along on this journey that you're embarking on. And by doing this, by clearing and kind of cutting and, going through what is good, what isn't working, you're making yourself really strong in these relationships, because you are dealing with them in a clear, concise way, not in a, oh, you know what, I know that sometimes they lie to me, so I'm just going to pretend like, I didn't hear that. You're just like, you know what, you lied to me, we're done. I don't have time for you right now. I've got a lot going on, a lot of things that I need to take care of. I need my A team with me. And so you're going to be working on building that at the end of October. In work and career, we have the Four of Pentacles. And so for those of you who are in a stable work position and have been for a while, it's asking you to really save your pennies, for the side. Not saying that you're going to get fired, but I think things are going to shift for some of you, and that you're not going to want to work as much, to tell you the truth. And so start saving now, and I can see that happening within a year or so. Also, I also see that if you have a great idea, if you have something that you want to implement, let it simmer for a little bit. Don't go gung-ho to your boss and be like, you know what, I have this great idea. We should go this direction. Because I don't think your boss is going to really hear it for the amazingness that it is. Your boss is overwhelmed. Your boss is trying to get some things done. So this is the time to really just sit on some good ideas, kind of play them over in your head, kind of fix some of the details, make sure they're really solid before actually presenting them to whoever it is that you want to present them to. Work it out, save it for a little bit. And for those who have a new job, like I can see so many of my Aries who are just starting new jobs being like, I got it. Yeah, I'll totally do that. Great. This is awesome. Yeah, no problem. No worries. I'm on it, And in actuality, you have no idea what's going on. You are terrified. You didn't understand what they asked of you. Be honest about those things, say, hey, can you go over that with me one more time? I'm not 100% clear about step C, gather as much information as you can right now. It's actually a gift to you to gather. Ask every question that you can think of. Get it all, be a sponge and just take it all in, because all that knowledge is going to really, really help you in the near future. And it's really, really going to help you grow in your job as well. All right, so then in finances and also abundance, we have the Moon reverse. So the end of October is going to have some wants to spend money that you shouldn't be spending, or do things that you don't necessarily need to be doing right now. Like I see a few Aries wanting to go on like a really expensive retreat to like India, Tibet, like a far off land, and it's just kind of like a whim, like, you know what, I really would like to do this right now, and so I'm gonna go do it. And it's kind of like it's emotional based. It's not necessarily based on everything else going on in your life, and also you're not including your spirit in this decision or your mind. So it's just emotionally, you're like, you know what, that would feel good for me right now. But it may not be what you need right now. Give it a couple days to ebb and flow with the energy and see if you still want to do it. Like with impulse buys, the end of October, I would just give it a few days before actually buying it, because right now it's just like you just buy because it feels good. And so I don't want you to regret anything that you do. And I feel like the reason why you're also buying, and that's why this card, the unconscious, the Hanged Man card came up, is you do feel a little unstable. You do feel like this energy from the beginning of October is going to come, and that this happiness that you have right now is really unstable. And so by buying, spending, creating like this, this area of things, it's kind of like you're hoping you can hold on to these things and make sure like your life succeeds by just, getting new clothes or buying a bunch of DVDs and just buying things just to kind of fill a void, and it's not going to work because it's all emotionally based, and it'll really hurt you at the end of the month when you get the bill and you're like, oh no, I just bought all this stuff and I really didn't need it and I don't know what I was thinking. So just take your time, because we also have the Devil card popping up, or in this deck it's called the Illusion. And this is popping up in your mind-body-soul connection. So there is a sense of anxiety, but it's not nearly as much as if it was upright. And you're very aware of it too, which I really like, is that even though you have some anxiety, even though you have quite a few reservations about what's happening in your life right now, you're aware of it. And so that means that you can deal with it because you know it's there. And so with the unconscious, it's like asking you to keep going into that anxiety, find where it's from, and start to work with it and start to try to soothe it in different ways. And so one of those stages will definitely be like buy, and having like buyer's remorse, like just feed me with stuff. And then when it doesn't work, it's going to be hard on you. So just take your time when it comes to buying different things. Also, I mean, in this energy with the moon reversed, I mean, the moon card in tarot is Pisces. All right, so there could be somebody who is a Pisces in your life who has said that they will give you something and they don't. All right, they say, yeah, I'm good for it, and then it doesn't happen. And they actually do the exact opposite and are just ruthless afterwards. Like, no, I never said that. How could you ask me for something so big? You're like, you said you were going to do that for me. And they fall through. All right, so I'm going to pull it all together with an angel card. Okay, ascended masters, powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over you and guiding you. So in these moments when you do have like a feeling of, I need to, I want to go buy a bunch of stuff, or I want to go do something that costs a lot of money and I'm just going to go do it and I don't care what people think, make sure that you contact your inner self, but you also talk to your guides. You talk to the people in your life that you trust who have a really good foundation. Talk to a couple of these people and say, you know what, I'm really going through this really impulse energy, and I'm trying to work with it, but I don't know what to do. Because you have a lot of teachers around you willing to help you and guide you. And know that like what you are going through is part of your journey to become a healthier individual, and to really encompass this energy of the 10 of Cups, of joy, of being content with what you have, and knowing that who you are is infinite. I mean, this is all 10 of Cups kind of energy. And you've tapped into it, but you keep pulling out of it in fear of losing it. So contact the ascended masters, the loving, the wise, the powerful in your life for some guidance and some support during the end of the month. Okie dokie. And okay, let's see, is there anything else? Nope, that's it. Remember, if you like this video, to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you so much. And if you would like a reading, find me on Facebook, email me, go to my website. You can also find me on Instant Go, and you can become a patron on Patreon. It's really wonderful. Lots of good things, very inexpensive, and things that come to you all the time. In fact, last month, my $1 tier, I offered free readings to them, 30-minute readings for love readings, because I couldn't get the videos out on time. So they totally scored on that one. So understand that I have a guilt complex if I don't follow through, so you always get more than you asked for. Gotta work on that. Okay, so remember, listen to your heart and the body will follow. Until next time, much love, joy, and blessing.